We do have some Twitter questions, Josh. We got two Twitter questions. Chance, former intern Chance, asked, "How confident are you that ECU covers the 12-point spread?" Chance, I'll answer that question here in about 10 minutes. Okay, stay tuned. Josh, do you want to take a stab at it, or are you gonna wait till the
I'll
game?
wait. I'll wait. I'll
All
wait.
right, Chance, you're just gonna have to wait. Sorry
They
about
gotta
it.
stick around. They gotta stick around.
All right, and then Brandon asks, and this Brandon, this you made it tough on us for a audio podcast. Yeah, we do have a visual component, but for the people listening, Brandon asks, give us a quick 1 through 4 ranking of the recent black ECU jerseys in honor of the new ones. So we have the new ones. We have the OG Nike ones back during the Shane Carden days with like the purple stripes on the shoulder.
Hmm.
You have the Zay Jones era ones that were the black with the gold and the gold trim on the collar and under the arms. And then you have the ECU black ones that had ECU on the chest that they've worn most recently that look like prison uniforms since they had those stripes. Okay, so now that we've set the stage for those listening at home, listening in their car on the way to the game, let's rank them. I'm I'm gonna say number one. To be honest, at first I wasn't feeling it with the new black, but now I am. Like these are clean. Plus they match our other kind of throwback new throwback jerseys, right? Like, and when we talk to Will Treadaway, the guy that designed the original throwback, he said like they wanted something that could be interchanged, and these can be. So I'm gonna go the new black, especially with the matte helmet. Love that. Love the purple face mask with them. Love the purple outline on the numbers. That's gonna be my number one right now. Josh,
All
your
right.
number one?
So my number one. You want my number one first? See, I was gonna hold it. I was gonna hold my one, but my one. Looking at it right now, I feel a little different actually right now than I did earlier. My number one is actually going to be the new ones. I think the new ones lean into that, like low key. They look like the pictures look like it's AI. Like it
Yeah,
looks, it's so soft. It's not like it's intense, but it's soft. So
I I
like
like
the more I look at it,
the contrast and the crispness of the white on the black is where it's at.
right? Because I mean everything's been gold or gold trimmed, not just a straight switch.
Exactly. It's it's clean. It looks clean.
And they're using a better font for numbers this year. I don't know if you've noticed
Yeah.
this new font for numbers they've been using. It is such a crisp font for numbers. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like it's so good.
It's not that curved font that they were using on the last ones.
Yeah.
My number two is the Shane Carden era Nike jerseys with the purple on the shoulders. That's my number two.
Okay.
Yours?
I've got some words for the one you put at your number two that I'm gonna save till I get to it because it's not my number two. My number two is actually going to be the Zay Jones photo because I believe that black jersey. I don't know if it's the fact that I have two of them or what, but that black jersey will always just sit in a special place for me as being my undergrad years.
See
Like
that's how I feel about the Shane Carden era. Like I remember when those things first came out.
Right.
But I get it. I get it. Those are my number 3. And those are my number 3 only because they just look faded, honestly, and to be quite honest, like looking at them, and I mean, when you look at them on pictures and from far away, they look cheaply made. Now, I know, like, we've been up close to them. When you're next to them, they're not. They don't look that way on the field. But looking at like this picture, it looks cheaply made. It looks like a beanie you would wear in elementary school gym class. That's my take.
Okay, so that's your number 3. My number 3 has to be the ones that we were B's, but the gold wasn't placed where the gold was supposed to be. It was a black and white B look. It's just that striping. I don't know what they were going after with that. I really don't. That is horrific. Like nothing will ever be worse than that. But even though I'm gonna put something worse than that, nothing in a black concept can be worse than that. Like
Yeah, it's pretty
it's
terrible. It's pretty terrible. Like those are honestly the ugliest uniforms or ugliest jerseys that I think I've seen ECU ever wear. I hated those black ones. I absolutely hated the black that we had the last couple of years. I just did. I'm pretty sure I've been on record saying it before. I hated those black jerseys, and I mean that's why they're my number 4. The stripe looks weird. The stripe just looks weird.
And the numbers, they were in that font with the numbers. I don't like that.
I'm not crazy about just the ECU. I like the East Carolina. I'm old school like that. I like the East Carolina, not just the ECU.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or just put the pirate logo.
Yeah, honestly. All right, so that leaves one for your number 4. I've already kind of talked about my number 4 with you talking about your number 3. Your number 4 is the Nike ones.
My number 4 is the Nike ones.
Why?
Who told ECU to put that purple on the shoulder pads? A, right? So that's like my A. B, why is the uniform? Why does it look like it was stitched together by thrown away pieces of black cotton t-shirts? Like it just it looks so dated. Even though all the other ones were bad in their own ways, it looks so dated. Like this is like
That was also a decade ago.
Right. It was a decade ago, but even then, I thought to myself, they can do better than that, right? Like it's just the Nike material at the time was not a good material. I mean, I think that's probably one of the biggest issues is that the Nike material was not a good material then, and so I mean, they were doing well for Oregon, but they could dye the threads. I mean, it just wasn't good.
Yeah. I'm not. The only thing, my biggest critique is the color of the number. I mean, I get what you're saying about the fabric. I think that's just how pretty much all football jerseys were made at that point. But the fabric or the color on the number, I wish you had more of a poppy purple, right? Like something that popped on the black, or even just a gold at that point. But yeah, that's still my number 2. I think back to Justin Hardy and Shane Carden and Zeke Bigger, like those guys wearing these jerseys, like coming out. Ruffin McNeil leading the team out. Wore them on that game against Carolina back in 2014 on the road. Carolina I was at that game, wore their white America uniforms. Justin Hardy laid an absolutely insane block on a guy. I can't remember. He damn near killed a guy blocking in that game at Chapel Hill. I think back to the Justin Hardy catch that was not a catch, but it really was a catch. That was Odell Beckham Jr. style before Odell Beckham Jr. did the catch. Right there, like right in front of me in the end zone, right in front of the boneyard. Like those just hold a special place in my heart. Those old black jerseys just hold a special place in my heart. So, all right. Any other you want to talk? We can talk jerseys all night long, but
You really could.
I mean,
You really could.